You won't need 1,000,000, okay? Nobody needs to do 1,000,000 fractions. If you do 100, you probably get the idea. I mean, this is something we teach 9-year-olds, right? Y'all are plenty smart. You just haven't used fractions since you were 9 years old, probably. Okay? So we got to bring it back. But it's not a hard thing to learn. You just got to get the rules right and practice using them. Otherwise, you're going to be lost in a month, in a bad way. Okay? Okay, so this is 3/4 multiplied by 8/5. Right? Now there are shortcuts we can take on this, and I'll point them out after I just go ahead and do it by brute force. Well, now we know how to multiply, right? So once we change our division to a multiplication, it's pretty easy. You get 24 over 20, right? And that equals 6/5. Okay? That makes sense? Now, and I don't know why we still teach people to do this. When I was a kid, we were still chiseling our math into the walls of our caves. And we had to do things quickly and concisely. So we would put a line through the 4 and a line through the 8 and write a 2 up here. And you were probably still taught to do that, because why teach people what they're really doing when you can teach them a shortcut that doesn't teach them anything? Okay? So we do a lot of that in our math curriculum.
That's the first way you learn how to cross out.
Well, that's cancellation, because we know that the 4 is dividing into the 8, right? And it goes in twice. Okay? Now, that's okay. I mean, really. But it's only sort of okay if you don't understand the rest of this. I don't know. I'm a little ambivalent about whether that's a good idea, but I eliminate cancellation from my vocabulary. Oh, I said it. I'm not allowed to say words like that. Okay. Just because people misuse it, and I can't find a way to stop them from misusing it. So we don't use it. Although if you do it and always do it right, okay, but I'm very unforgiving about cancellations that are done incorrectly, where you might get partial credit on a problem because you messed up a little bit of the arithmetic. If you mess it up by cancellation, you get 0. Okay? Now the rules for cancellation aren't that difficult, and if you're well practiced, and you might have to do 1,000 fractions before you're practiced enough, but they go quick. Probably do 1,000 fractions in an afternoon once you get good at it. Maybe, but I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, and this is in lowest terms. Now I'm just saying that's what that equals. We could do this with it, right? 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Right? 20 is 2 times 2 times 5. You got a 2 times 2 up here, 2 times 2 down here. You can do this with the 2 times 2's, and you're left with 2 times 3 over 5, or 6 over 5. Okay? Okay, now, 3/4 plus 5/8. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Would you not want to, like, I know it's in simplest terms,